So let's get schmoopy. Come on, it's the Thanksgiving show. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? This is the wonderful, awkward tradition that my dad started at the Ewer family household and that I continue on the Young Turks. It's something that makes everyone uncomfortable, so it's fun for everybody that's watching, at least. And the best answer ever given was my best friend. One year, he was over for Thanksgiving, and everybody's going around the table, you giving the usual family and friends, I'm so thankful for my family. Ah. And we get to Khan, and Khan says, I'm thankful for air conditioning. He says, you know, it'd be really hot in the summer without air conditioning. Hear, hear. And it's true. You don't think about it. But when it's hot, think of Khan and what he's thankful for. All right, J.R. Jackson, Reverend, since you are a Reverend, you lead off the festivities here. Lead us in prayer. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
What? God, seriously, I've been trying to think about this, dude.
There's got to be a lot of things going right in your life.
There are. Yeah.
Come on, dude. You're allowed to be schmoopy.
Seriously, dude.
How about your family?
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a long time.
Okay, great.
That's actually, I'm going to see them. I'm leaving today, I think.
This reminds me.
And my mother always talks about, I never see you. She calls her my son, she calls me. I never see her. I think I'm gonna stay for the long weekend. As much as I seriously dislike San Diego.
This reminds me of like when I'm going down a list. A friend of mine, Steve-O, goes to a Christian retreat, and they're trying to find a hole in his heart to fill it with Jesus. Right? And they're going down the list, and they're like, "How about your family? You got problems there?" He's like, "No, family's lovely. Couldn't be happier." "How about your friends?" He's like, "I get almost too many of them. So thankful." Like, but you must need something. How about your career? Is it going? No, knock on wood, man. It's going great. Thank you. Don't you need Jesus there? No, not really. They're like, where do you need Jesus? He's like, I'm not sure I'm in the market for Jesus. But I mean, look, I suppose it's a good thing overall. It's just I don't have a problem. Do I have to have a problem to be with Jesus? But anyway, so your family, you're thankful for them, but you haven't quite seen them yet. How about Black Man in Office?
Oh, you know what I'm thankful for, man. I was driving to work this morning, and as you say, all talk radio people do this.
Right.
As I'm driving to work this morning, gas is under $2
Booyah.
a gallon.
There you go. Look,
at the Shell station. I saw this little janky gas station.
Hey, watch.
In the middle of my first intersection, which I never go to. It's one of those ones that you look at and you're like, you know what? I don't think they're really giving too much gas there. Anyway, so I drove past that one, and that one was like $1.92, and I said, of course. I mean, come on. I don't think there's good gas there. I drive by the Shell and the Chevron, and they're all like under $2. I was like, this is lovely. What's going on? How is this possible? But I didn't want to ask too many questions.
All right, I have a couple of things to say there. Number one, for those of us who don't have money, like all of us at the Young Turks, we don't suffer the downturn of the economy because we didn't have any money in the stock market, so we didn't lose the money we didn't have, right? But the gas is lower because people can't afford it. Supply, demand, you get the whole thing. And so we're actually making money from this downturn in a sense because here in California, the gas went from like $4 to $2. That's money in my pocket. So I guess we're thankful for the downturn in the economy. I mean, it's absurd. And of course, we're not overall, but...
See, you got me going. You messed up. Because I'm going to start gushing on you.
Okay.
Not like that.
Oh, jeez.
But,
we told you this segment was going to be uncomfortable. We warned you. Go forward. I can throw another story in there to just, divert attention.
But, I got this excellent gift from a listener / viewer. I have this, my saying, my one-liner, I have it on my website, is, I don't whisper lies, I scream the truth. I coined that. I should trademark it.
Well, you should. Hurry up.
Now, because somebody's got it. So
they're halfway to the patent office as we speak.
Exactly. So a T-shirt was made for me that had my saying on the front and had 3 J's on the back. It was beautiful.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just received it, I think, yesterday in the mail.
Do we want to do a shout-out on that, or no? No, we're going to keep it down low?
We can. I don't know if you want to.
Either way, man.
Shout-out.
I don't want to shout-out. It was, I believe, on the website, it's Minty Fresh.
Oh, Minty Fresh. That's awesome, man. That is a terrific present.
It was excellent. It was really cool. I love it. I don't think I can wear it.
All right, I want to go back to the janky gas station for a second. Okay, now you think gas is gas. What difference does it make? They could be watering it down. They could be putting a lot of crap in it. Here's my general policy on all of that, okay? Whenever you're buying anything, follow this jank rule. Buy the second cheapest thing. Because the cheapest one will break down, will cost you more money than it's worth, okay? It's going to screw you one way or another. I've learned the hard way, right? And the rest of it, you're just paying, the ones that are above the second cheapest, you're just paying for brand name. And you're paying for marketing and advertising, et cetera, and you can't really tell the difference. Like, oh, can you really tell the difference between the detergents? If I did a blind test and I said, here, I wash your clothes with the second cheapest one and the most expensive one, could you really tell? Maybe some, washing detergent aficionados could, but most of us can't. The gas that goes in your car, always get the second cheapest one. Don't get greedy and get the cheapest one. It'll cost you. All right. Jesus Godoy.
I guess the usual, the family, friends, the health.
Oh, dude, you had to bring health into it, man. That's really lame.
How about that big rock on your finger?
Yeah, hello. That's what I'm looking for from you.
No, yeah, totally. I'm happy for my marriage and everything. So everything's working out pretty great.
Oh, and he got married this year, and he's happy about it. Isn't that schmoopy?
I visited the new Godoys.
Oh, you did?
Halloween.
The new pad?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're quite the happy family.
Oh.
Yeah. So everything's good right now.
Does Vanya cook at all or no?
Yeah, totally cooks.
She brings home the bacon and then cooks it, huh?
Totally. That's how we roll in our household.
Man, that's a lot to be thankful for, man. Yeah. All right, Anna Kasparian, you're up.
I'm going to keep it real. I'm thankful for Black Friday.
Oh, the shopping discounts?
Yes.
You're unbelievable. I just did a whole show on Meet the Bloggers, which you should check out on meetthebloggers.org, about how we're shopping too much. We had a guy that I'm going to probably get on this show, Reverend Billy, who's from the Church of Stop Shopping. He literally set up a church called Stop Shopping. And you're going to tell me that on Black Friday you're going to go out and shop?
Yes. Yes. I intend.
Yes.
I intend to have a completely new wardrobe. Plus, I'll buy some Christmas gifts here and there.
Oh, Jesus, man.
It's going to be great.
I thought you were going to be the schmoopiest. It turned out you were the least schmoopy.
Well, I can be schmoopy. I mean, that's my materialistic side. Do you want me to tap into my schmoopy side?
Well, you tap away.
Okay. First and foremost.
Tap it.
It's got to be my mom and my dad. Like, totally take care of me. My mom does my laundry for me because I'm a lazy ass. But, no. But, my dad has the smarts, my mom has the looks, so I got...
Okay, they both got both, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, you're cutting them up in a way. I don't know.
And, they integrated their talents and their qualities into one person, which is me. So I'm thankful for that. And then I'm also very thankful for this job. And I'm not saying that to suck up to you.
Oh, I gotta watch you, man. I gotta watch you.
I look forward to coming into work. I love my coworkers. You're an awesome boss.
All right, I'm gonna call it there. Okay, good enough.
What about us?
I said I like my coworkers.
Yeah. All right. What am I thankful for? All right, I'll end the pain without going too much. Number one, can't believe nobody's mentioned that we have the son of a black man as the president-elect. Okay, I am so damn thankful that Barack Obama won. Okay, and I'm not saying that because we do a political show. On a personal level, okay, if John McCain and the Republicans had won again, I would be in despair, man. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. So for myself personally, for the country, for the world, I'm glad Barack Obama won. I'm even more glad that George W. Bush is going to leave office. I couldn't be happier. Now that's on not just, like I said, not just on a political level, but personally, it affects my life. I've been telling Wendy, my fiance, the whole time, and I've been telling you guys too. Every once in a while, I think about it, and like a wave of relief comes over me. Number two, I'm thankful for my fiance, who I'm getting married to soon. Oh. I love my family. I'm crazy schmoopy about that. You got that. The other thing that I'm thankful for, dude, the Young Turks has blown up this year, man. We just told you about 50 million viewers that we passed on YouTube. It's now over 51 million because it keeps adding up. And our audience on the website and on the radio. And it sounds like I'm kissing your ass, right? But I'm dead serious about it, man. For me, it's personal. I love that you guys take the time out of your days to watch this show and to listen to this show. So I'm thankful for you guys. I know I'm over the top. All right, I'll end it there. Happy Thanksgiving.